Hey everyone. So good morning. Today is Thursday, November 20th. And I just wanted to say to you really quick cuz I don't know how much time I have. You guys know I'm dealing with this phone issue. But listen, I just wanted to tell you sometimes the people you love the most or spend the most time with can sometimes be a hindrance to what God is trying to do to you, through you, and for you. And even I am learning this myself. So sometimes when you say things, I'm only helping you because I know, because I go through this. But you can love people, and it could be families, it could be friends, it could be old acquaintances, you don't know. But I told you it's November, you guys, and you want to know in November. And think it not strange, a lot of you are sharing with us like what some of these some of these gospel singers, like how they're talking like airheads lately. Like, it's like, what are you saying? But don't think it's strange, you guys. Please don't think it's strange, because that is the season that we're in. You're going to know in November who people are and who they aren't. Hello? Like, this is the year of exposure. And people are being exposed for who they were all along. You thought they were walking with Jesus because they sing and they're awesome and they have these great voices and they've made it in the industry. That didn't mean they were walking with Jesus. It never meant that. So, hello. Again, like I told you, a lot of people have compromised. They weren't compromised, and that's just who they were. They were never for Jesus. They were never walking with Jesus in the first place. They only lied to you. They lied to me. They lied to us. And they deceived us so they could get our support, our love, our support, and so that we could help fund their careers. That's what you did. But please understand, why would you continue to keep, I'm sorry, it's so windy out there, you guys. I don't want to get blown away. But you're funding their careers, you guys, and we're not doing that anymore. So the more you learn in November, then start to say no. No, I'm not going to support people that don't support the gospel. They're not for Jesus. So why would you stand with them? So again, you're going to know in November. There was even a pastor a few weeks ago, I think like a month or two ago, I heard, and I'll tell you guys soon, but I don't know yet because I didn't research it enough. But he's a very credible guy, so if he said it, I trust that he's telling us the truth. And I think he said he invited one of these gospel singers to his church, and he said, you all need to understand, she does not believe Jesus. She's actually of the Muslim faith. She sings Christian songs, Christian music, but she's actually a Muslim. He said, I don't know, she ended up saying something that let him know that she's not a Christian. She's actually a Muslim. She practices the Muslim faith. So you see, you got to know who you're listening to. We just like, oh, it sound good, girl. So what? They sound good. Do they really follow Jesus? Even like the one that wears the tighties. Like, why is it that all these creditable gospel singers, they don't care? We have said things, everybody knows he's not walking with Jesus, but look how many people still want to stand popular. He's not he just joined in with everybody. He will go along to get along. He fits in with everybody. He does not care. And why is it that these gospel singers, because he's so advanced in the world and he's fooled everybody pretty much, and all the secular people love him. That's how you know when somebody's not really of God, because if you are so accepted by this world, you don't stand with Jesus. It's just obvious. And because everybody loves him, he's so accepted by the world. And that's one thing I want you guys to understand. Pay attention to that, because it doesn't make, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose your soul? So he does not have a soul for Jesus. But yet the gospel singers don't care. They still want to make money with him. And it's like, oh, I'll go on tour with you, just so they can still look important. They'll go on tour with him. They'll stand on stages with him. No, I'm not standing on a stage with you. I'm not going to join in with your gospel. I'm not doing that. But they do it. They don't care. So again, People will compromise their faith. They'll stand with anything. And if he's against God, why are you standing with him? That makes you question those who stand with him, those who join him on tours and sing on stages. That's a clear indication they're all about greed as well. You have to be about greed at this point, because it's like, wait, the man does not stand with Jesus. Now, why are we singing with him? Why do you want to sing with him again? Because they don't care. So again, remember that who you love, the people you love, friends, family, they sometimes can be hindrances to our faith. So don't forget that, you guys. They are. Some people are a hindrance to your faith and your salvation. So just be careful. I hope I made my point. I'm trying to think. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, because even I have to learn myself that there are people that I love, family, friends, old acquaintances, and I have to let them go. And it's been hard, but I have to do what's necessary, because again, God is my everything. And it's true. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose your soul? And how could two walk together except they be agreed? And I was sharing that with somebody a few days, a week ago. And I said, you do notice that you spend a lot of time with this person. And this person does ba, 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 and ba. And it's like, please understand that you need to understand that how can two walk together except they be agreed? So somewhere in you must agree in your spirit with this person, because if someone's not living right, how do you comfortably be around somebody so much like that? You can't. I mean, if they're not believing what you believe and living how you live, again, you guys, evil communication corrupts good morals. And the more you hang around somebody, you do become just like them. I don't care what you say. I know, I want to say this one point, because I know a lot of people think that, oh, but Jesus sat with this one. And yes, Jesus did. You're not Jesus, first of all. Like I said, we're human. And Jesus is Jesus. You're not Jesus. And you don't get to make excuses. Did I tell you guys the story? Because I knew somebody that used to say stuff like that. That was his favorite line. And then he ended up hanging around those people so much till he became just like them. Whether it was drinking, smoking, going to strip clubs, the more he would just, that was his favorite line. Oh, but Jesus did it. Okay, but you're not Jesus. And then he did. And not only that, you guys, and me personally, just from being on the outside looking in, I felt like this man became worse-er. It's not even a word, but he became worse than the people that were doing it. Like I said, whether they were drinking, smoking, going to strip clubs, he became worse. And he was like, oh, but Jesus hung out with this and he hung out with that. No, but you're not Jesus. That's what you need to understand. And I told you, it's very rare that we can pull them to be like us. We end up becoming more like them. That's why we send them, we encourage them, but we cannot spend a lot of time with them. And you got to point them to Jesus at the end of the day. And again, you can point them to Jesus all day, but if they're not going to nurture it and water it every day, then everything you're saying and doing is pointless, because they're not becoming more like Christ. They're becoming more like everything else, like the world, and they're still living in that sin. And here you are, you're already battling your own demons, let alone trying to battle somebody else's. So be careful, you guys. Sometimes the people you love the most, be them family, friends, whatever, acquaintances, they are hindering your growth. They are hindrances to you going forward in life. So remember, the closer you get to December, you have to know. It's important that you know. I want you to know. Pay attention, because it's just so important to know. You got to know. Pay attention, you guys. It makes sense. I promise you, it makes a lot of sense. I have so many things to do right now, and I just don't know what to do first. I think I'll run here. But yeah, you guys, that's it. And remember, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else shall be added unto you.